I'm Nick. Welcome to Get Out and Wrench. Today we're working on our boat small block Chevy. Alright, so I was going to put this intake manifold on my basically L98 block that I built here. And this manifold came off of my crate motor, my GM Goodwrench 350 that had those heads, which are 183 heads. And I didn't realize that the center two bolts have a different angle to them. You can see in there, I can't get those bolts in there in the center. So luckily I have another intake manifold. I also have this intake manifold, which I had bought and intended to use on this project, but when I laid it on here, you can see it's hitting. All four of these bosses here around the intake ports are hitting. So that was originally why I went back to that intake manifold, because I figured that one should just bolt right on because it came off the other engine and it was ready to go. Well, that's not the case. So I am going to modify this, and let's tip this up here a little bit. Basically, I'm going to grind all four of these on an angle so that it fits with this lip here. Alright, so I'm going to take my grinder here. I'll knock everything over. I'm going to take my grinder here, and I'm literally just going to I'll do like a couple passes, see how much comes off, and we'll kind of go from there. I'm going to make a mark on it with a Sharpie that I lost again. And it's right here. This is not the Sharpie I wanted. All right, let's see if it fits now. Move a little more. All right, so it looks like it needs that's probably good on this side. This side looks like it needs a little more, so I'm gonna put it back up and I'll do it again. Okay, I got them all ground down. You can see they're not touching anymore. This one's a little closer in the back here. And on this side, but with the gasket in there, it'll lift it up just enough and we'll be good to go. All right, I got everything together and I have power to my coil, at least I should. And we're gonna see if it kicks. If it kicks, I'm gonna immediately shut it off and then I'm gonna continue putting all this stuff on and go from there. I just wanna make sure this setup's gonna work. Weird. All right. Okay. It kicked. All right. I did hear something. Let's put a little bit more fuel in here, maybe. Let's see what happens. There it go. Use a rag. All right. All right. That was all I was looking for. We shot out some flames. That was pretty cool. So basically what I did is I have this switch here, power to the coil, all my plug wires are on. And then I have my jump pack down here. I had it connected up here. And then I was putting this wire on there and kicking it over. But I think that's good for for now. So, all right, we got our engine outside. We got everything set up, and we're gonna try and fire it up. Only gonna let it run for about a minute. So I'm gonna count, you know, just to make sure I don't let it overheat, and we'll see how it goes. So get ready. All right, it runs. I'm happy with that. It was making good oil pressure. Now I let it cool down, take all the stuff off of it, and load it in the back of my truck so it can go in the boat. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. I'm Nick. Get out and wrench.